Hello guys, and I think I can agree that Russia has the second or maybe even the first strongest army in the world, but only if we are talking about informational warfare. They are super good at producing fake news and zombieing people with propaganda. So even when they are losing, they are winning. When we destroy their warships, they say they've been upgraded to submarines. And what can they say after we destroy 5 of their bomber aircrafts in 1 month? That they have already destroyed F-16s that may not still be in Ukraine. This is a question that I often get in comments. Are there any F-16s already? And let me try and answer it from an ordinary Ukrainian perspective. My name is Anna and I vlog daily from Ukraine since the start of the brutal Russian invasion. So if you're new to the channel, you support Ukraine, please subscribe and help us fight. As you see, informational warfare is very real. And my longtime friends, check your subscription status, hit notification button, and remember, I love you very much. So F-16 is an extremely important for Ukraine and for this Russian war in Ukraine jet. It can change a lot. Many people are waiting for F-16s to finally arrive. Ukrainians are waiting with excitement and Russians are waiting with fear. At this moment, Ukrainians definitely do not dominate in the skies. This was actually super important for the start of Ukrainian counteroffensive. Without having support and protection from the air, it was really dangerous to start. So all of the results that we have are actually super great if we take into account the context in which we are fighting. It's really good that at the beginning of this year in spring, many countries decided they are ready to help us with F-16s. In May, President Biden agreed to train Ukrainian pilots. And then lots of countries, starting from Denmark, the Netherlands, later Belgium, agreed to help Ukraine develop in this sphere. They will supply us with much needed jets, but also they will train our pilots because this is a complicated process and this is something that is happening right now. And soon, I think we will have first graduates and Russians will definitely feel that. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe and demonstrate your solidarity. But at this moment, from what I understand and from all the media reports and comments that we get from the spokespeople in Ukrainian Air Forces, we don't have F-16s yet. And the success that we demonstrate with the destruction of Russian Sus was because of a carefully planned operation and with the help of old Ukrainian weapons and machinery. So can you imagine how different the battles will be after we receive these F-16s? I don't know, some people believe in various theories and possibilities that they are already in Ukraine. Maybe they've been transported here because what I often hear from ordinary Ukrainians is that sometimes we get weapons before we get the official permission to use them. So maybe they are here, but I don't think they were already used in military operations against the enemy. I hope we will see this difference, this change in the situation really quickly. Why it is so important? Because Russian jets, Russian bombers, they are outdated, but they are better than the ones Ukrainians have, because for decades after the collapse of the Soviet Union, they were trying to demilitarize us, they were buying, they were tricking us into various gas agreements and other stuff to get everything out of Ukraine, and now they often use the weapons they've bought from Ukraine or they took from Ukraine against Ukraine, which is an example of a mistake that we should not repeat. If you have a neighbor like Russia, never unarm yourself. So F-16s are not new, we know that. And actually, for those who are worried, remember, when you invest in peace, when you invest in Ukraine and you provide us with this F-16 jets, you actually buy better jets for yourself, like F-35. And we will use them to protect the democracy and to protect the world against this authoritarian evil that is growing in the East. I mean, Russia and other authoritarian regimes like Chinese that are observing what will happen. So this is definitely an extremely important decision of our allies to provide with Ukraine with F-16s. Now, the more I do research on this planes, the more I learn and understand the training process is really long, and it's not just about the training, it is also about the maintenance that is needed. Plus, they have some new technologies, new for our area technologies that can provide a pilot with necessary information, and we're still developing some of this radio connections and other stuff. But I'm sure Ukrainian pilots will surprise the teachers in Denmark, in Belgium, in the US with how quickly they learn. You know why? Because Ukrainians are super motivated, because we are protecting our motherland, and this is one of the reasons why we don't have any other choice but win in this war. Because for my people, this is an existential fight, and at the same time, this is an extremely important fight for the future of the democratic world. And I know that all of you understand, but please share such messages with those who want to remain neutral or those who are in doubt. Because unpunished evil grows, and we have to see Putin in The Hague and much work done later inside Russia for the change of their population into society. So to sum it all up, I think F-16s will be very soon in Ukraine, but not yet. Maybe they are standing somewhere hidden, that would be just great, but I don't think they participated in the operation on the destruction of Sus. But we are not allowed to use them on Russian territory, which we will of course respect, because we respect all the rules that our allies set. But at the same time, guys, this is so unjust, because by destroying various military targets inside Russia, we can actually finish this war sooner. But okay, let me know, would you like to have a live stream this Saturday on the 30th of December? Let's try and sum up 2023. I have made a post in community where you can leave your questions, so that I will read all of them before the stream, and the ones that I like most or the ones that repeat most often will definitely be answered. Thank you so much for your support, your friendship, your advice. Let me know what are the other topics you would like to hear on my channel. Remember to join my Instagram, Threads, Discord community, and I'm also on Twitter, but I know many advise to quit. Thank you so much for buying me coffees and becoming my patrons. It's an honor and blessing to have you in my life and to be able to inform you about Ukraine and our way to the victory. And most importantly, thank you for standing with us in these challenging times. Remember to check our merch shop. All the links that you need are in the description of this video. But most importantly, united we stand. Slava Ukraini!